sharpen your sword cause the time is near. Gotta do it big like Bon and Fair. I'm a rock star on a chandelier. Off the wall, see I'm about to go crazy. For the beast, anybody that can tame me.
My order from Ulta finally came in. I have already moisturized, primed, and concealed the spots in my face. And I'm going to try out this new foundation. Well, new shade from MAC. This is NW53. I'm actually quite excited. I haven't worn MAC foundation in at least 15 years, I would say. My twins are gonna be 14. So yeah, it's been 15 or 16 years. The reason why I haven't worn it in so long is because I had to mix NW50 and NW55. Hopefully NW53 will be a good match. I think it will be. I'm really excited. The MAC bottles do not come with a pump. You have to buy the pump separately. I forgot. It looks like it might be a little too light looking in the big mirror. We're gonna do a full face. And if it doesn't work, we will just fix it with highlight, contour, powder, blah, 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 blah. This kind of smells like a Band-Aids. It's odd. I don't know, I think it matches the light parts of my face, but I'm not sure if it's too light for the rest of my face. I think that'll do. If I'm wrong and this is too light or something, please let me know. And I've got funky lighting going on here just so I can see. So I might be missing something that the camera picks up that you guys will see that I haven't. Okay, my alarm just went off on my phone, so camera stopped, not sure what was missed. But I appreciate constructive criticism if it's factual and helpful. So feel free to, you know, tell me if this shade looks off. I think it looks pretty good. It went on quite smoothly. I swear my face smells like Band-Aids. Whatever. It did not cover my spot that well, but it's really weird because I've actually put on 2 concealers up there today. And pretty much nothing wants to stay up there, it seems. But I will use my eyeshadow primer. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the whole reason I started wearing an eyeshadow primer was because of Nakia Joy. She had mentioned it as a hack for keeping your makeup in place on your nose. And I use it on my nose, but there was quite a few times where I used way too much. And when I used too much, I just put the rest on my eyes because I'm like, well, it is eyeshadow primer. And I was like, wow, that makes a really big difference with eyeshadow. I didn't realize it would make such a difference. I swear back in the day, eyeshadow primer wasn't a thing. Either that or I just didn't care back in 90, whatever. I've already lost my foundation. Dude, like seriously. I'm like not even kidding. There it is. So I put the primer on my nose. Now we're gonna dab some foundation directly on it. See if that covers up those stupid spots that won't go away. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I can. It's less noticeable. Oh man! We're testing out a new foundation today and I forgot to powder again because I was too excited to use my foundation. So I didn't powder, but I'm gonna keep everything else consistent. It is Alaska and it is mid-October, or almost mid-October. So it's not so hot outside, so I probably don't need the powder. But to keep things consistent, I'm gonna use my LA Girl Concealer Warm Sand, since I know how it behaves. It behaved nicely with my concealer. Now we're gonna go ahead and set my concealer. So I'm using my Bin Eye Pretty Pink powder. You know, keeping consistent. So that was my alarm again. I think I'm still back in frame. I was still just finishing up with the powder on my face. It's time for eyeshadow primer. I'm still using this one from Amuse by Shop Miss A. Dude. Not sponsored. I mean, and I mean, why would for something they only sell for $1 anyway? But this stuff is good. Oh, and my new palette from Juvia's Place came in. The Saharan Blush Volume 1. I'm not sure if it's really a fair representation since I put my blush on under my foundation. But I am going to use it today. I'm really excited. So, I'm going to start with Toby, which is that little orangey shade. So this was my Ulta order that I'd been waiting forever and a day for. And then UPS hands it off to the US Postal Service. And somewhere in that chain, they sent it to the wrong post office, which is why it took forever to get here. I think it would be just more cost effective for them just to send it priority mail in the first place. That's just me. Sometimes my packages from Ulta arrive in just a couple days. Other times, I swear they send them by three-legged donkey that hasn't been fed in 2 weeks. Wow, that is like super pigmented. I'm impressed by the pigmentation, but I actually don't like orange. So I don't know how I feel about it yet. Now we are going to use, and I know this is a blush palette, I don't care. I'm going to use Neo in my crease. I really like that. Now, what I actually bought the blush for was blush. So now we're going to use Zane, which is this hot pink one here, because it's the one that caught my eye first. And remember, I know I look crazy. Powder goes on over it. Okay, so anyway, that was Zane. I'm going to use Abby to contour. Okay, I should have realized if it's going to be that pigmented for the other ones, it's going to be pigmented too. So that's a little much, but whatever. It'll all work out. And I also didn't realize it was going to be that purple. I thought it was going to be more brown. So we'll just go back in with some more Zane. And push that down on top of Abby. So I'm just going to use my regular eyeshadows. Use Chocolatier AOA Studio E115 brush. Apparently this stuff wants to be wet. This is the Mario Badescu Rose Butter. I guess I should probably face you. I like it. And you know, actually while I'm at it, if there's any residue of wet on the brush here, I'm going to go into this Abby shade from the Saharan palette. And do a lower lash shadow. And did you think I was not gonna do green? Of course I'm doing green. That's obnoxious. I'm all about it today. No, maybe not. That's more tame. Let's do that. So this is Limelight. And this is the same brush, but I dried it off. I just like it because it's flat and thin. Dude, that is, oh, I'm happy. Oh, I'm so happy. And let's use Grapevine. Same brush, wiped off. And so see that one, I'm just gonna go from the outside and towards the other one. And we're just going to the outer corner. Just doing, this is I guess the outer 2/3 of my lid, because I did the inner 1/3 of the other part. So I just cover that. I know I really pretty much covered up that brown. That brown is more of like a base, but then also it's in case I run out of time, at least I have something on my eyes type deal. Yes. I'm not sure how I feel about that orange now though. Is that a bit much? Might be a little bit more than I was expecting. Clean brush. This is from Luxie. It's the 239 Precision Shader. There's nothing on this brush. I'm pretty much just trying to see if I can comb it down a bit. Oh, did I just mess that up? I brushed it all off, I think. So I'm just putting it back. We're just gonna have to go for too much today, aren't we? I'm known for being too much. It's okay. I'm gonna put that Neo back too. I don't know why I always end up doing that. I'm a mess. Whatever. That's what we're going with today. Oh. There's Zara and Lila. So this is Lila. And that is Zara. So Lila, Zara is a little goldy. They're both gold, yellowy. So I'm gonna use Lila. And we're just gonna go bloop, 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 bloop. And bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. So this is a light dusting on top of that. And because I can't leave well enough alone, take a little bit more. And we're gonna put that right there and right there. Because those colors are quite similar when they're on the skin, just one's shimmer. Always losing things, losing things, losing things. There's my powder. I didn't contour my nose. Oh well, too bad, don't care. So I changed, I was gonna wear this shirt for work, but somehow I got makeup on it, and it's not today's makeup on here. I don't know what happened. Whatever. So that's my rose water. And the only reason I mention my shirt is so that later when I do check-ins, it doesn't look like I'm just doing a different day. Because I'm seriously about to go change my shirt and head to work. I'm not doing jack with my hair. You know, I kind of planned my makeup around this shirt too. Kind of disappointed. Oh well. That's it. I will check in later. Okay, we are at about 7 hours. Didn't blot. Not too much transfer. Didn't use setting spray either. So I think we're doing pretty good. Okay, here's in different lighting. I'm now using my front facing camera, which I haven't used in a very, very long time. Not sure about the coloring in this lighting though. Okay, back in this lighting. Looks fairly matchy again. Oh. And that's the eyeshadows I used with the blushes from Juvia's place. Back to work. Okay, so it's now 5:47. So we're at, what, 10 hours. I did not set my face properly. I did not use my setting spray. I did have some separation around my nose when I go, but I haven't blotted or anything. And this is what we're looking like at the moment. It's 6:52. This will be my final check-in. I had some oil breakthrough in the usual places and some separation. I had some oil breakthrough, I had some separation, but for the most part, my makeup held up pretty well. I did not powder before my foundation, and I also didn't use any setting spray today because I just never got around to it. So my makeup held up pretty darn well, you know, all things considered. So there is a lot of transfer, but again, I did not do my powder before foundation, and I didn't use my setting spray. And this is at about 11 hours. So it held up pretty well. And depending on the lighting, the color is excellent. And other lighting, the color looks as odd. So I think it just depends on the lighting of where I'm at. So I will be using this foundation for the rest of the week, and if I have any other thoughts, I will. Oh, I do have one. That Band-Aid smell from my foundation did not go away until about, I'd say, 3.5, 4 hours in. I mean, the foundation's still worth it, but I mean, if you, like, some people are bugged by certain scents. I'm not really bugged by a Band-Aid scent, but it does really smell reminiscent of Band-Aids. Or adhesive bandages, I guess I should say, not just Band-Aid brand bandages. And that is all. Thank you and have a great night.